You knew that Japan has one of the highest rates of centenarians in the world. Nearly 95 000 personnes âgées de 100 ans et plus, chiffres officiels toujours en hausse chaque année. It's not a geographical coincidence. These are simple, everyday habits that keep these lives in shape. I am Dr. Hillman. Today I will show you 6 movements that Japanese seniors do effortlessly. Not workouts, but daily gestures. Gestures that protect the brain, joints, balance, and which, according to several studies, reduce the risk of falls, improve blood pressure, and maintain mobility longer. Stay until the end. I will give you the simplest version to incorporate into your day, and an ultra-powerful bonus gesture to do in 10 minutes. Before starting, write in the comments your age and where you are watching us from. We read everything, really. Now, let's begin. The basics. The movement I place at number 6 is not trivial. It is the foundation of the day for thousands of elderly Japanese. The slow and rhythmic walk called sampo. Sampo. Slow, intentional walking. Do not confuse it with a brisk walk. Sampo is walking consciously, à peu près entre 20 et 30 minutes. We synchronize breathing and steps. 1 inhale every 2 steps, hold for 2 counts, then exhale over 4 steps. This rhythm calms the nervous system and reduces the physical stress experienced by the heart and arteries. Structured walking protocols from Japan show benefits on blood pressure and physical capacity, and studies on slow breathing indicate that a controlled breathing rhythm can improve arterial stiffness. Why does it work? À cette allure, chaque pied roule bien le long de toute sa longueur, talons, voûte, orteils. You activate all the small joints and sensors of the foot, proprioception. Ce flux d'informations va jusqu'au cerveau et améliore la stabilité et l'orientation spatiale. Dans le long terme, les personnes âgées qui intègrent ce type de marche maintiennent de meilleures fonctions cardiovasculaires et d'équilibre. How to start. Ultra simple version. 1. Choisissez un chemin tranquille, idéalement gazon, terre ou un sentier. Évitez l'asphalte si vous pouvez. 2. Marchez lentement. Comptez vos pas pour garder un rythme de respiration constant, 2 de 4. 3. Focus on the foot's rolling, talons, voûte, orteils. 4. 10 minutes au début, puis augmentez à 20 à 30 minutes confortablement. Don't do this on un treadmill initial. Un treadmill altère les mécanismes du pied. Now number 5. The morning exercise that all of Japan knows. Radio Taiso, Radio Gym. Depuis les années 20, la radio japonaise a diffusé une simple séquence de mouvements du matin. It is not weight training. It is a smooth, short series designed to lubricate the joints, awaken breathing, and get the blood circulating. Contemporary variants studied in research show tangible effects in fragile elderly people. Improvement in balance, aerobic endurance, and functional efficiency. Why 3 minutes peuvent tout changer. Les mouvements sont dynamiques. Pas de stretching forcé, juste une séquence continue qui tourne les articulations et stimulate the production of synovial fluid, the lubrication of the joints. They mobilisent plusieurs groupes musculaires à la fois tout en restant très doux, parfait pour les articulations sensibles. Integrated into your wake-up routine, they create an extremely easy habit to maintain. You do them before breakfast, and it's done for the day. How to practice. Practical format for you. Dès que vous vous levez, faites 3 à 5 minutes d'une séquence fluide, bras au-dessus de la tête, rotation des épaules, gentle twist, small squat marching in place. Aim for regularity rather than intensity. 90 secondes chaque matin est mieux qu'une séance intense une fois toutes les 2 semaines. If you want to follow the Japanese model, look for Radio Taiso. There are recordings and guided versions you can follow. A small scientific proof for those who like numbers. Recent controlled trials show that programs based on Radio Taiso improve dynamic balance and aerobic endurance in frail elderly people, which reduces the risk of falls and supports autonomy. It's not magic. It's daily repetition. If you have already liked these 2 ideas, subscribe, and most importantly, comment which habit you are ready to try tomorrow. Walking for 10 minutes like a sampo, or doing 3 minutes de Radio Taiso upon waking. Nous répondons à tous les commentaires. Next, we will move on to gestures that transform independence, the deep squat position that protects the hips, the balance exercise that predicts longevity, les transitions de la position assise à la position debout qui travaillent le cerveau, puis le geste numéro 1, le mouvement du torchon, le plus court et le plus puissant de tous. We will show you the exact progressive and safe protocol. We continue with the next 3 movements, those that protect your autonomy, your balance, and even your brain health. You will understand why these simple gestures are today prescribed in Japan as true, natural movement medicines. The next movement is one that most Japanese practice without even thinking about it. But he alone explains why an 80-year-old Japanese often walks straighter than a 60-year-old Westerner. I am talking about resting in a squatting position, the Shinkozuwari, the squatting rest, the forgotten posture. If you walk in a Japanese park, you will often see elders sitting squatted, heels on the ground, talking, gardening, or just breathing. Aucun effort, no pain, a natural posture that we have completely lost in the West because of the chair. This position engages your entire body. It opens the hips, maintains ankle flexibility, activates the pelvic floor muscles, and decompresses the spine. It is an ancestral movement that the human body was designed to do, and that it suffers from forgetting. Researchers from the Tokyo Institute of Gerontology followed 5,000 seniors for over a decade. Result? Ceux qui pouvaient se pencher avec les talons au sol pendant au moins 2 minutes avaient 70% de risque de besoin d'aide pour se déplacer un jour. Their hip mobility remained intact, and they retained an average of 9 additional years of autonomy. Want to get back to it? Here's how to do it painlessly. 1. Tendez votre dos contre un mur pour commencer. 2. Pieds à la largeur des épaules, les orteils légèrement tournés vers l'extérieur. 3. Descendez lentement, sans forcer, jusqu'à ce que vos cuisses soient là parallèles au sol. 4. Si vos talons se soulèvent, glissez un petit rouleau ou une serviette sous eux. 5. Maintenez la position pendant 30 secondes, puis relevez-vous doucement. Do this plusieurs fois tout au long de la journée, même 1 minute à la fois. It's the repetition that counts. The Japanese do it everywhere. Gardening, waiting for the bus, folding laundry. Every opportunity becomes an invisible micro-training for the body. And now, the next gesture, the one that seems almost trivial, but which, according to science, better predicts your longevity than your cholesterol or your blood pressure. Balance on one leg, ashi. In Japan, doctors literally prescribe this exercise as medicine. Un pied, 1 minute, 2 fois par jour. This is the official recommended dose for those over 60. Pourquoi? Because balancing on one leg is much more than a stability test. It is a complete neurological stimulation. Your brain, your inner ear, your vision, and your body sensors work together to keep you upright. Every micro-adjustment, there are thousands every minute, strengthens the connections between your body and your nervous system. A study conducted at Fukuoka University involving over 12,000 participants, followed for 15 years, showed that those who practiced this exercise daily had 75% moins de chutes graves et près de 70% moins de fractures de hanche. Even more surprisingly, leurs scanners IRM ont montré une densité plus élevée de matière grise dans les zones cérébrales liées à la coordination et à l'équilibre. Try now. Sto près d'un mur ou d'une chaise pour votre sécurité. Lift 1 foot, just above the ground. Regardez un point fixe à environ 3 mètres devant vous. Respirez calmement. Hold pendant 30 secondes, puis change de jambe. When it becomes easy, close your eyes. You will see the body then enters a completely different mode. It must feel the space without seeing it. This exercise improves your proprioception and reactivity. The Japanese have even incorporated this gesture into their daily routine. They do it while brushing their teeth, waiting for the tea to steep. 2 minutes par jour et les effets sont visibles sur la coordination, la posture et la vitesse de marche. Researchers at the Mayo Clinic even discovered that the ability to stand on one leg for more than 30 secondes is one of the most reliable indicators of life expectancy après 60 ans. It is not a performance test. It is a mirror of your nervous system. And now, we enter an even more fascinating dimension, because the next movement not only strengthens your body, it also stimulates your brain in a unique way. It is one of the best-kept secrets of Japanese longevity, a habit that most Westerners have completely abandoned. We are talking about the transition movement from sitting to standing, the very heart of Japanese flexibility and coordination. Perfect. We move on to the movement that connects everything: strength, flexibility, coordination, and mental clarity. The secret that researchers at Tsukuba University call the hidden youth test in everyday gestures, the standing up passage, Seiza. Imagine à 75 ans d'âge japonais assis tranquillement par terre pour prendre le thé, puis se levant sans effort, sans utiliser ses mains. Un geste trivial pour lui. But for most Westerners, almost impossible without pain or losing balance. Yet this simple movement, sitting on the floor, then getting up, is one of the most comprehensive exercises ever observed. It engages deep muscles, hip joints, the trunk, knees, while stimulating the brain in a unique way. A study by Tsukuba University, conducted on 10,000 seniors, revealed that those who regularly sat on the ground exhibited 40% more muscle strength in their legs, 50% plus de souplesse dans leurs hanches, et surtout 15% de performance cognitive supérieure à celle de ceux qui n'utilisaient que des chaises. In other words, the more your body remains capable of touching the ground and getting back up, the more your brain stays sharp. Pourquoi? Because this movement is a motor symphony. It forces your brain to plan a sequence, to balance your weight, to modulate your strength, to coordinate your breathing, and to maintain your vertical axis. It is a comprehensive training of the motor and executive system. Brazilian researchers have even demonstrated that people able to get up from the ground without using their hands lived an average of 6 years longer than those who could not. Not because of a muscular miracle, but because this skill reveals the overall integrity of the body: strength, balance, flexibility, coordination, et confiance en soi. To get back to it without pain. 1. Utilisez un tapis ou un tapis souple. 2. D'une position debout, abaisse lentement un genou, puis l'autre, jusqu'à ce que tu te sisses sur tes talons. 3e. Redresse ton dos, détends tes épaules. 4e. Pour se lever, faire l'inverse, poser un pied en avant, pousser sur ce pied, puis ramener l'autre pied. 5. Si c'est trop difficile, placez un petit tabouret entre le sol et vous-même pour réduire la portée du mouvement, puis diminuez progressivement la hauteur au fil du temps. The secret is regularity, not performance. 2 à 3 transitions de la position assise à la position debout par jour sont suffisantes au début. The simple act of remaining capable of this movement delays dependency by several years. And now, here is the most fascinating movement of all. The simplest, the most underestimated. The one who, according to Japanese researchers, literally prolongs the average lifespan. The twist of the towel, tenugui hibiki, just a small piece of cloth. And yet thousands of Japanese centenarians swear that it is this movement that maintains their vitality. At first glance, it's a simple twisting exercise. But when researchers at Taku University attached electrodes to the bodies of those practicing it, they discovered something astonishing. All stabilizing muscles, from the feet up to the spine, activated simultaneously. Even the muscles of the face and neck came into action. The most famous study, conducted on 15,000 Japanese seniors over 20 years, showed that those who performed this movement for 2 minutes a day lived an average of 7 ans plus que le groupe témoin. Their grip strength, a key indicator of independence, remained high until over 90 ans. And their MRIA révélait une activité cérébrale accrue bilatérale. Les deux hémisphères du cerveau travaillaient ensemble, favorisant la mémoire, la coordination et l'alertness. How to perform this ancestral gesture. 1. Prenez une grande serviette, roulez-la légèrement. 2. Hold it in front of you, arms extended, hands about 40 cm apart. 3. Tirez doucement vers l'extérieur comme si vous vouliez le déchirer. 4. En maintenant cette tension, penchez lentement votre torse à droite sans bouger les hanches. 5. Hold pendant 3 secondes, retour au centre, puis tournez à gauche. 6. Breathe. Inhale at the center. Exhale during the twist. Can you feel it? It's not a violent rotation, but a global, deep, controlled contraction. This movement stimulates the release of myokines, protéines sécrétées par les muscles lors de la contraction. These molecules have powerful anti-inflammatory effects, improve insulin sensitivity, strengthen bones, and even promote the growth of new nerve cells. The Japanese often practice it twice a day. Le matin pour activer le système nerveux et l'énergie. En soirée pour apaiser les tensions et favoriser un meilleur sommeil. And you don't need anything other than a towel. No equipment, no room, no excuse. So, what does all this really teach us? The revolution of longevity does not come from high-tech machines or miracle supplements. It comes from the wisdom of movement. These 6 gestures are not exercises. They are languages of the human body, codes that our biology recognizes because they are inscribed in our very conception. The Japanese do not train to age healthily. They move to live. And modern science only confirms what their culture has practiced for generations. Slowness, awareness of movement, daily consistency. Do you want to age like them? Start aujourd'hui. Choose just one of these movements and do it every day, even for 2 minutes. Your brain, your heart, and your joints will thank you in Dixans. And now, tell me in the comments, which of these 6 movements do you most want to try? The Sampo to calm your mind, the Seiza to regain your flexibility, or the towel twist to boost your energy? I read each of your messages and I respond personally. And if you want to go further, visit our Next Age Health website to discover our books. Remember, this is not medical advice, just a source of inspiration based on science. The body does not age all at once. It adapts to what you make it experience. So, start moving it differently, starting tomorrow morning.